Now you know why, boys and girls, I can't afford to smoke. You see? Because that's what I got left over. Only one of us can afford to smoke, and sadly, that's my dad. I can't smoke. That's the reason why I quit smoking. I simply can't afford it. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, nah, I've got to quit so that way one of us can at least smoke and the other person can't. And I sacrificed myself and bettered my own health as well. I decided, nah, why should the government get most of my money back? When you think about it, you've got to look at it logically. Why? Did you know that? That the government gets most of the money back that you pay your cigarettes for. If you buy a carton, all that money goes straight back to them anyway. They don't only get just, say, like $50 out of it. Like, you know what I mean? They get all of it. So I'm thinking, no, fuck them. No. No wonder people are buying, illegal wacky tobacco. Like, I don't blame them. But the thing is, come on, you've got to make major sacrifices. I would have a lot more pocket money each fortnight left. I sacrificed paying about just under $60 to help my dad be able to finalise the payment. He pays about he pays about 315 towards his card, and I pay the rest. I would have a lot more money each fortnight left for myself. I'll have about maybe 230, 240, just under 250 every fortnight for myself. But, I would have a lot more if I didn't have a dentist appointment coming up. I'll have $200 added on top of that. So I would have $388.30 for next fortnight. But, I rather put my teeth first than smoking. My oral health is more important. Instead of smoking, I'd rather put that money that I could use to buy myself a carton each fortnight, I'd rather use that money to maintain my teeth and to maintain my own oral health. So you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you've got to prioritise what's more important. What are you getting out of smoking? What is it really truly doing for you? You've got to look at it more logically. That money that you spend on getting yourself a carton every week or every fortnight, you people out there, I'm talking about everybody out there who smokes, okay? You got to look at it and think, what am I truly benefiting from this? Is it really worth my while continuing to keep smoking like this? What could I be doing with that extra money? What can that be going towards that is more important? That's how you got to think further down the line. It's simple. It doesn't matter if you're on job seeker. It doesn't matter if you're on disability pension. It doesn't matter if you're on a carers like me. It doesn't matter if you're working part-time, casual. It's about making sacrifices and knowing how to budget. And also, it doesn't matter if you only save $20 a week if you're working and just forget about it. It will build. And you only dip into that for extreme emergencies. What I'm saying is just suggestions. I'm not trying to manipulate you people out there to think like me. I'm just throwing out suggestions out there for anyone who might be struggling financially and that they don't know how to budget properly. That's how you do it. Always open up a gold saver, like a separate thing, and every week or every fortnight, whatever you've got left after you do your budgeting, okay, whatever you got left, split that in half and put half of that into your savings and forget about it. And the other half you spend however you choose. If you want to go and buy yourself a couple of lottery tickets every week or every fortnight, there you go. That's that half of the money that you can use to go towards that. And the other half you forget about it. Let that build. And over time, you'll have a decent little amount. You know what I mean? Or open up a terms deposit. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, if people are really, really struggling, they've got to be willing to make sacrifices. Like I said, you've got to make sacrifices in order to make things work for you and for your home and have the cash flow coming in. It's simple as that. I know it's hard. I know some people have got a lot, petrol, insurance for their car, rent, bills and all of that. But, man, the more the rents go up, then yes, it is going to get a lot worse, which means you have to really make even more sacrifices, which is going to be difficult, especially if you've got kids and you've got, school fees to pay and all that on top of it. And it's like, oh, man, now something's got to give. And I agree, the way the government's running things, Something's got to give. Eventually, I know this is going to scare a lot of people, but one world order will come into it at some point. Communism will eventually happen. Sad but true. Because this problem is going to end up leading to it. And I'm telling you, you don't want a Pacific country to be the ruler of the world and force their regime of communism upon us. Communism can be a good thing, but it depends on who is in charge of it and if they're going to be fair. That's the problem. It's how they do it that is the problem. Do you know what I mean? It's how they fucking arrange, communism can be a very good thing. It could smash a lot of jealousy out of the park. Everyone gets paid equally. Everyone does the same work. Everybody gets the same, you know what I mean? Everyone gets treated 100% equally, right down to the money, right down to the workload. That's how it's meant to be, especially when it comes to communism. But there's a Pacific country that we all know that is not doing it right. And they're not doing it right. The way they treat their own civilians is the wrong way when it comes to communism. There is a correct way of doing it that should be done in that particular country. I'm not going to say, but we all know what I'm talking about. It's that particular country, the leader needs to seriously rearrange things and do it in a much better, efficient way.